Good morning, Dr. Fisher here. So today I wanted to talk about a life lesson, and it's associated with this set of wood right here. So right now my kids are helping me with the project. Here, I'll walk back into the back here, and this project is kind of like life. So this project is gathering wood. Okay, so I'll often use this analogy with patients where in life we oftentimes get overwhelmed with certain things, myself included. And in that process, one of the most important and simple things that we can do is we can learn to be aware of what we can handle and what we can't handle. So you can see right here, these guys are working on picking up the rest of this wood. So what happened when you first tried to pick that wood up, Cade? Did you overload it?
Yeah, I filled it to the top.
And what happened when you filled it to the top? Were you able to?
I could not do it.
And what happened? Did it fall over? It fell over. And when it fell over, we talked about the fact that when it fell over, we talked about the fact that in life, oftentimes, especially from an emotional perspective, we can get overloaded. And when we get overloaded, we shut down. We feel certain emotions, and we just stop. That can be an emotional thing, that can be a physiological thing. Our bodies do the same thing when they get overloaded with chemicals, metals, pesticides, junky food, you know, like what we're experiencing now. And what happens is we just shut down, we get overwhelmed, our systems get overwhelmed, our physiology gets overwhelmed, our emotional status gets overwhelmed. And so one of the most important things we can understand is how to then be able to make things smaller. And so when we make things smaller, so when we tried to problem solve what was happening and why he was dumping over the wheelbarrow, the goal was to help him, and we talked about how it related to life, and the analogy of what do we need to do in order to make this accomplishable. And so we talked about the fact that he was aware, and or we made him aware, that there was too many boards in the wheelbarrow. And so we talked about cutting it down, cutting it down, cutting it down, cutting it down until it was small enough where he could navigate the wheelbarrow. He hadn't used the wheelbarrow before. And so once he was able to then navigate the wheelbarrow with a small amount of the wood, what we found was he's able to now navigate. Are you able to do the wheelbarrow now, Cade? Were you able to pretty much get all the wood moved the way that it needed to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now he's able to accomplish, which is to move a bunch of wood that was too much to do at one time. So that's like life, everybody. If you're struggling, if you're stuck, things are overloaded, there's too much going on, we've got to help you bring awareness to where and what you need to do in order to change that so that we can get you to a place where, or in our case, so we could get to a place where we could move the wood. So life is like that. What in your life is like the wood, right? What are you overdoing? I would love to see your comments below. Anything that you're overdoing and or shutting down on. I know that being home, working on my business has been kind of overloading me recently, and I've had to kind of shut down and stop and kind of be aware, how do I need to readjust this? How do I pick this up in smaller chunks so I can get things accomplished? So again, love to hear your perspectives. What things have been overloading you lately? Comment in the box below. Give us a thumbs up if you think that this is valuable information. And this is Dr. Fisher signing out with family.